Chapter 1. The Old Man and the Sea. Once upon a time, there was an old man who loved to fish. He lived by himself in a small boat called a skiff, which he took out into the sea. It had been a long time since he caught any fish. 4 days to be exact. In the beginning, a young boy used to accompany him on his fishing trips. They were good friends, and the boy admired the old man's fishing skills. However, after 40 days without a catch, the boy's parents told him that the old man was unlucky and he had to leave and go fishing on another boat. This made the boy sad because he wanted to help the old man. Every day, when the old man returned with his empty skiff, the boy would go down to the shore and assist him with the fishing lines and other equipment. The old man's sail was worn out, patched with old flour sacks, and it looked like a sign of defeat. The old man had a weathered face with deep wrinkles on his neck. His hands were scarred from handling heavy fish, but they were not fresh wounds. They were old marks, like the traces of time on a desert without fish. One day, as they were hauling the skiff up the bank, the boy said, "Santiago, I could go with you again. We have made some money." But the old man replied, "No, you are with a lucky boat now. Stay with them." The boy insisted, "But remember when we caught big fish every day for 3 weeks after 7 days without any catch?" The old man smiled and replied, "I remember. I know you did not leave me because you doubted my skills." The boy explained sadly, "It was my father who made me leave." The old man understood and said, "I know. It is normal for a boy to listen to his father." The boy continued, "My father doesn't have much faith." The old man reassured him, "No, but we have faith, don't we?" "Yes," the boy nodded. "Can I offer you a beer on the terrace before we take the stuff home?" "Why not?" the old man agreed. Between fishermen, they sat on the terrace, surrounded by other fishermen. Some made fun of the old man, but he remained calm. The older fishermen looked at him with sadness, but they didn't show it openly. They talked politely about their fishing experiences and the weather. The successful fishermen had already returned, their boats laden with marlins and sharks. As they enjoyed their drinks, the boy said, "Santiago, can I go out to get sardines for you tomorrow?" The old man replied, "No, go and play baseball. I can still row, and Rogelio can throw the net." The boy wanted to help in some way and said, "I would like to go. If I cannot fish with you, I would like to serve in some way." The old man looked at him appreciatively and said, "You bought me a beer. You are already a man." The boy smiled proudly and asked, "How old was I when you first took me on a boat?" 5, the old man replied. "Do you remember the time when I brought in a fish that almost tore the boat apart?" The boy nodded enthusiastically. "I remember the tail slapping and banging, the noise of the clubbing, and the smell of the sweet blood," the old man asked with a smile. "Can you really remember that? Or did I just tell you the story?" The boy assured him, "I remember everything from when we first went together." They finished their beers and walked home together, discussing their plans for the next day. The old man's determination was renewed, and he hoped that the next day would be different, that he would finally catch a fish after 84 days of disappointment. And so, the old man and the boy returned to their home, ready to face the challenges of the sea once again. Chapter 2. A new day, a new adventure. The sun rose high in the sky, casting a golden glow over the calm sea. The old man woke up early, his eyes filled with determination. Today was a new day, and he could feel that it held the promise of something great. He quickly dressed and made his way down to the shore, where his old skiff patiently awaited him. The boy was already there, waiting with a smile on his face. He had a bag filled with fresh bait and a small cooler with some water and sandwiches. "Good morning, Santiago," the boy greeted him cheerfully. "Good morning, my friend," the old man replied, returning the smile. "Are you ready for another adventure on the sea?" The boy nodded eagerly. "Yes, Santiago. Today will be a good day, I can feel it." They boarded the skiff and pushed off from the shore. The old man rowed with steady strokes, the rhythmic sound of the oars cutting through the water filling the air. The boy sat at the front of the boat, his eyes scanning the horizon for any signs of fish. As they ventured farther from the shore, the old man noticed a group of seagulls circling above a particular spot in the water. He knew that where there were seagulls, there were often fish. His heart filled with hope as he directed the skiff towards the birds. "Look, Santiago!" the boy exclaimed, pointing at the seagulls. "They must be hovering over a school of fish." The old man's eyes gleamed with excitement. "Yes, my boy. Today is our lucky day. Get ready for the catch of a lifetime." They reached the area where the seagulls were gathered, and the old man prepared his fishing lines. He baited the hooks with the fresh bait the boy had brought, and with a swift motion, cast them into the water. They waited patiently, their eyes fixed on the bobbing fishing lines. The old man could feel the tension building, a sense of anticipation filling the air. Suddenly, one of the lines jerked violently, and the old man knew he had hooked a fish. "Reel it in, Santiago!" the boy shouted, excitement evident in his voice. The old man's muscles strained as he fought against the strength of the fish. It was a fierce battle, a test of wills between man and nature. But the old man's determination was unwavering. He had faced challenges before, and he would not be defeated. After what seemed like an eternity, the old man triumphantly pulled a magnificent marlin out of the water. Its silver scales shimmered in the sunlight, a testament to its beauty and strength. The boy's eyes widened in awe as he marveled at the size of the fish. "We did it, Santiago!" the boy exclaimed. "We caught a marlin!" The old man's face beamed with pride. "Yes, my boy, we did it together." This is a catch to be proud of. They carefully secured the marlin to the side of the skiff and continued their fishing adventure. The old man's spirits were lifted, and he could feel the sea's bounty embracing them. Throughout the day, they caught more fish, filling the skiff with their successful haul. As the sun started to set, painting the sky with vibrant hues of orange and pink, the old man and the boy headed back towards the shore. The old man's heart was light, and his faith in his abilities had been restored. "We had a great day, Santiago," the boy said with a smile. "Yes, my young friend," the old man replied. Today was a reminder that even in the face of adversity, we can find success. It is through perseverance and belief in ourselves that we can achieve great things. They docked the skiff and carried their catch ashore. The villagers gathered around, amazed by the size of the marlin and the abundance of fish. The old man's reputation was restored, and his name once again became synonymous with greatness. As they celebrated their triumph, the old man and the boy looked out at the vast expanse of the sea. They knew that their journey was far from over, that there would be more challenges and adventures awaiting them, but they were ready, united by their shared love for the sea and their unwavering spirit. Chapter 3. The Island Discovery. The old man and the boy woke up to another beautiful morning. The air was crisp, and the sun shone brightly, promising a day filled with new adventures. Today, they had a special plan: to explore an island that had always intrigued them. They packed their fishing gear and some food for the journey. The boy made sure to bring a map he had found, which showed the location of the mysterious island. With excitement in their hearts, they set off in their skiff, the boat gliding smoothly through the calm waters. As they rowed further away from the shore, the old man couldn't help but admire the beauty of the sea. The water sparkled, reflecting the golden rays of the sun. The boy looked around, his eyes wide with wonder, as they sailed towards the unknown. After a while, they spotted a small island in the distance. It was covered in lush greenery and surrounded by pristine beaches. The old man's heart raced with anticipation as they approached the island's shore. They anchored the skiff and stepped onto the sandy beach. The air was filled with the scent of salt and the sweet fragrance of flowers. The old man and the boy set out to explore the island, their footsteps leaving imprints in the soft sand. They walked along a narrow path that led them through a dense forest. The trees towered above them, providing shade from the sun's rays. The old man marveled at the vibrant colors of the flowers and the chirping of the birds that filled the air. As they continued their journey, they stumbled upon a hidden waterfall. The water cascaded down from a rocky cliff, creating a small pool at the bottom. The old man and the boy couldn't resist the temptation to cool off in the refreshing water. With laughter and joy, they splashed and played, feeling the water's gentle embrace. The old man felt rejuvenated, as if the island's magic had washed away any weariness from his body. The boy swam around, his eyes shining with delight. After their swim, they continued their exploration of the island. They discovered a clearing with a breathtaking view of the sea. The old man sat down on a rock, gazing out at the endless expanse of blue. The boy joined him, his eyes filled with awe. "Santiago, this island is like a hidden paradise," the boy said, his voice filled with wonder. The old man nodded, a smile gracing his weathered face. "Indeed, my friend. It is a treasure to behold, a place where nature's beauty is preserved." As they rested, they shared the sandwiches they had brought. The old man pointed out different birds flying overhead, their vibrant plumage a sight to behold. The boy listened intently, eager to learn about the island's wildlife. After their meal, they decided to explore the island's beaches. They walked along the shore, feeling the soft sand beneath their feet. They collected seashells, marveling at the intricate patterns and shapes they found. Suddenly, the old man noticed something glimmering in the sand. He bent down and picked up a small golden key. It was a mysterious find, and his curiosity was piqued. What did this key unlock? What secrets did it hold? With the key in his pocket, the old man and the boy made their way back to the skiff. The island had provided them with a day filled with wonder and discovery. They knew that their adventure was far from over, and they couldn't wait to see what the future held. As they sailed back to their village, the old man couldn't help but feel grateful for the moments shared with the boy and the experiences they had on the island. The sea had once again brought them closer, reinforcing the bond they had formed. Chapter 4. The Mysterious Door. The old man and the boy returned to their village, still carrying the golden key they had found on the island. They couldn't help but wonder what secrets it held and where it might lead them. As they walked through the familiar streets, the old man noticed a small wooden door tucked away in a corner. It was weathered and worn, but something about it seemed intriguing. Could this door be the one the key unlocked? Curiosity got the better of them, and they decided to investigate further. The old man inserted the key into the lock, and to their amazement, the door creaked open. They exchanged excited glances before stepping through the threshold. Inside, they found themselves in a dusty room filled with old books and artifacts. It was like stepping into a forgotten world. The shelves were lined with volumes that seemed untouched for years, their pages yellowed with age. The boy's eyes widened as he ran his fingers along the spines of the books. They were filled with stories and knowledge, waiting to be discovered. The old man picked up a book and began to read aloud, his voice filled with nostalgia. As they explored further, they stumbled upon a map hidden among the pages of an old atlas. It was a map of their village, but with markings and symbols they had never seen before. The old man and the boy exchanged puzzled glances. What did these symbols mean? Eager to unravel the mystery, they set out to decipher the map. They followed the winding paths and traced the symbols with their fingers. It led them through the village past familiar landmarks and into unexplored territories. They discovered hidden nooks and crannies, each holding its own story. They stumbled upon a forgotten garden, overrun with wildflowers and vibrant butterflies. They marveled at the ancient tree standing tall in the village square, its branches reaching towards the sky. As they ventured deeper into the unknown, they noticed a small, secluded lake shimmering in the distance. The water reflected the colors of the surrounding trees, creating a mesmerizing sight. They approached the lake, drawn to its tranquility. They sat by the water's edge, gazing at their reflections mirrored in the stillness. The old man broke the silence, his voice gentle yet filled with wisdom. Sometimes, Santiago, the greatest adventures are found in the most unexpected places. The boy nodded, absorbing the old man's words. He realized that there was so much more to their village than he had ever imagined. It held secrets and hidden treasures, waiting to be discovered by those with a curious spirit. As the sun began to set, casting a warm glow over the landscape, they made their way back to the old wooden door. The room felt different now, as if it held the whispers of the stories they had encountered. With the golden key still in their possession, they closed the door behind them, leaving the room and its treasures behind. The mysteries of the village would remain, waiting for future explorers to uncover their secrets. As they walked back home, hand in hand, the old man and the boy couldn't help but feel a sense of fulfillment. They had embarked on an adventure that had brought them closer, not only to each other but also to the hidden wonders of their village. Chapter 5. The Village Celebration. The village was abuzz with excitement as preparations were underway for the annual celebration. The old man and the boy eagerly joined in, lending a helping hand wherever they could. The village square was adorned with colorful decorations, swaying gently in the breeze. Streamers fluttered and balloons bobbed above the heads of the villagers. The air was filled with laughter and the scent of delicious food wafting from the stalls. Children ran through the streets, their faces painted with vibrant designs. The old man smiled as he watched them play. He felt a sense of joy knowing that the village was alive with happiness. The boy's eyes sparkled with anticipation as he watched the villagers set up a makeshift stage. They were preparing for a talent show where everyone could showcase their unique skills and talents. As the evening approached, the stage came to life with music and laughter. The villagers gathered around, their faces beaming with excitement. The old man and the boy found a spot among the crowd, eagerly awaiting the performances. One by one, villagers took to the stage, showcasing their talents. There were singers with beautiful voices, dancers who moved gracefully to the rhythm, and even a magician who left everyone in awe with his tricks. The boy clapped his hands with enthusiasm, marveling at each performance. He was inspired by the passion and dedication of the villagers, realizing that everyone had something special to offer. When it was finally their turn, the old man and the boy took to the stage hand in hand. The old man held a weathered guitar while the boy stood beside him, clutching a tambourine. They started to strum and tap their instruments, creating a lively rhythm. The boy's voice, though young, was filled with a warmth that resonated with the hearts of the villagers. Together, they sang a simple song about unity and the beauty of their village. The crowd joined in, clapping and swaying to the music. It was a moment of togetherness, a celebration of their shared love for their home. As the song came to an end, the village erupted in applause. The old man and the boy beamed with pride, grateful for the opportunity to share their music and touch the hearts of the villagers. The celebration continued into the night. There were games to be played, delicious food to be savored, and stories to be shared. The old man and the boy mingled with their neighbors, listening to tales of the village's history and folklore. Under the starry sky, the village came alive with laughter and music. The old man and the boy danced hand in hand, their spirits soaring with joy. They felt a deep sense of belonging, knowing that they were part of something greater than themselves. As the night drew to a close, the old man and the boy made their way back home, their hearts filled with gratitude. The village celebration had not only brought them closer to the community, but had also reminded them of the importance of cherishing the simple moments in life. As they walked through the quiet streets, the echoes of laughter and music lingered in the air. The old man looked at the boy, his eyes filled with love. "Santiago, my boy, remember this day. Remember the joy we shared with our village. These memories will forever hold a special place in our hearts." The boy nodded, his smile radiant. He understood that the village celebration had woven a tapestry of memories that would stay with them forever. Chapter 6. A New Beginning. The sun rose over the village, casting a golden glow on the sleepy houses. The old man and the boy woke up with a sense of anticipation. It was a new day, filled with endless possibilities. They stepped outside their home and were greeted by the familiar faces of their neighbors. The village was bustling with activity as people went about their daily routines. But today was different. Today marked a new beginning for the old man and the boy. As they walked through the village, they couldn't help but reflect on their journey. They had come a long way since they first arrived. They had found a home, a community that had embraced them with open arms. The old man and the boy had grown in ways they couldn't have imagined. They had learned from the villagers, soaking up their wisdom and kindness. They had discovered their own strengths and talents, realizing that they had much to offer. With each step, they felt a renewed sense of purpose. They had a vision to create something beautiful that would benefit the village and its people. They wanted to give back, to contribute to the community that had given them so much. They approached the village square, where a gathering of villagers had already formed. The old man and the boy took a deep breath, their hearts filled with determination. It was time to share their idea. The old man stood in front of the crowd, his voice filled with conviction. He spoke of their journey, of the love and support they had received from the villagers. He expressed their gratitude and their desire to give back. "We have a dream," he said, his eyes shining with hope. "We want to create a community garden, a place where everyone can come together to grow and share fresh produce, a place that nourishes not just our bodies, but also our spirits." The villagers listened intently, their faces reflecting a mix of curiosity and excitement. The boy stood beside the old man, his eyes fixed on the crowd. He felt a surge of nervous energy, but also a profound sense of purpose. "We believe that by working together, we can create something truly special," the boy added, his voice steady. "A garden where we learn from one another, where we sow the seeds of friendship and watch them bloom." The villagers erupted in applause, their support evident in their enthusiastic response. They embraced the idea with open hearts, eager to embark on this new venture. And so, the old man, the boy, and the villagers began their work. They cleared a piece of land near the outskirts of the village, transforming it into a vibrant garden. They dug the soil, planted seeds, and nurtured the growing plants with love and care. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. The garden flourished, its colorful blossoms and bountiful harvest a testament to the collective effort of the villagers. They celebrated their successes, sharing the fruits of their labor with one another. The community garden became more than just a place to grow food. It became a symbol of unity and resilience. The old man and the boy watched with pride as the villagers gathered in the garden, their laughter and conversation filling the air. With time, the village transformed. The community garden sparked a newfound sense of camaraderie and cooperation. People came together not just to tend the plants, but to support one another in times of need. The old man and the boy felt a deep sense of fulfillment as they witnessed the positive impact their idea had on the village. They had planted the seeds of hope and watched them grow into a flourishing garden of friendship. As the seasons changed, the old man and the boy continued to work in the garden, their bond with the villagers growing stronger with each passing day. They had found a place they could truly call home, a place where their dreams had taken root and blossomed. And so, the old man, the boy, and the villagers lived their days in harmony, cherishing the simple joys that life had to offer. Together, they had created a community where love, friendship, and the spirit of togetherness thrived. As the sun set on the village, casting a warm glow over the garden, the old man and the boy sat side by side, their hearts full of gratitude. They knew that their journey had come full circle, and they were exactly where they were meant to be. In the embrace of their newfound family, they whispered their hopes for the future, knowing that as long as they had each other, every ending would be the beginning of something beautiful. The end.